often think on sort of a personal level how much pressure Senators Perdue and Loeffler must be feeling. David Perdue's story is such an inspirational one. He's very much sort of like the outsider status that Donald Trump had in 2016. Prior to his big win in the U.S. Senate in 2014, Senator Perdue had never held public office. This is a guy who's been enormously successful in the private sector and became really an incredibly popular U.S. senator with no prior political experience. It's a great, great story. And when David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler win on January 5th, that will be the culmination of another great story. After being here in Georgia all week, it's an honor from the studios of AM 920 The Answer to welcome Senator David Perdue to the Mike Gallagher Show. Senator, how the heck are you, sir?
I'm great, Mike. I appreciate you coming to Georgia this week to focus some light on this race. I mean, we're the last line of defense. Kelly Loeffler and I know what's at stake. We're out here working 24 hours a day. We're not going to leave any stone unturned. Believe me, we know what's at stake, and we're going to stand up to this leftist propaganda agenda that these guys are trying to perpetrate on our country.
You know, the nation has been sort of shocked at just how radical Jon Ossoff really is, and I guess the real challenge for him in his campaign, and I'm seeing it play out. I've seen it with the TV ads and the radio ads and the calls and the machine that they're trying to counter, the Republican side. But the challenge for Jon Ossoff is to sort of pretend he's a moderate.
Well, of course, that's what all the Democrats are doing. Look at what Joe Biden did. They managed to pull it off a little bit. We'll see how that works out. But in a debate last Sunday night, Mike, we've already had two debates, and we've listened to him lie to the people of Georgia now for the whole campaign. So we decided to give him a microphone and just let him know. And we heard him say he wants a total lockdown. He wants total amnesty. And he said he couldn't, when he was asked a question about how to help people in Georgia get through this virus, he said, well, I don't think we should get bogged down in the details. Excuse me? Yeah. This is a daddy's boy that's had everything given to him, and as you said, I've worked my way through my career and gotten here. But the people of Georgia are beginning to see what a shallow person this is, and it just sounds like a spoiled brat that doesn't want to get into details. And I'm sorry, that's just not the way it works.
He's also a failed politician. I mean, he's tried. A lot of people didn't realize that Jon Ossoff has been down this path before, and the Georgia voters have said no to him.
Well, he ran against Karen Handel in a special election in 2017 and got beat, a 29-year-old. And Georgia rejected him then. They rejected him in November. We beat him by 2 points, Mike. Right. In every other state except one, I would already have been reelected. We just have this 50% plus one rule. That's why we have to do this again. We'll beat him again. But this is a career politician that just hasn't been elected. And right. He wants to be in Washington. He was an intern up here. I mean, he's the only guy I know that can debate an empty podium where the podium will win. I mean, it's just amazing. He just doesn't have much to say.
No, not a lot there. And yet the machine is intense. And Senator Perdue, what people are saying all over the country, and certainly Georgians are saying it too. They're worried about election integrity. They want to make sure that the January 5th runoff goes well. I keep saying, and the reason I've spent all week here in Georgia, driving up here from Florida and fighting hard for you and for Senator Loeffler, is that's why there has to be a massive turnout for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. That way, if you win by 10 points, maybe they'll say you won by 7.
Well, we beat them last time with all the shenanigans that we think could have happened. We beat them then. We're going to beat them again. But here's what we're doing now. I mean, We've gone to the state authorities. As a federal officer, I have no control over what happens in the state. Right. So we're now taking our legal recourse. We filed a suit. We support the president's Texas suit, and we're hopeful that we will get some recourse here. But this is what we're doing. We're making sure that all the loopholes that could have been taken advantage of in November by the Democrats, we're making sure that those are addressed. Mike, we never had this problem until this past election. Right. And it's all because of some of the agreements that were made in 2019, 2020 that led to this.
Do you have any doubt that Georgians are enthusiastic about January 5th and in supporting you and Senator Loeffler? Do you see the enthusiasm? Do you feel it as you're out campaigning throughout the state?
Well, I really do. I mean, my opponent's nothing but a rubber stamp, and he's going to be just another vote for Chuck Schumer. People out here understand that. We have one thing that's an issue, and I'll address it straight up. President Trump came to Valdosta last Saturday night to remind people, there's been a lot of talk that President Trump got a bad deal in November. David Perdue got a bad deal in November. But let's realize what we've got to do here. We've still got to get out and vote. We're doing everything we can to fix November and make sure it doesn't happen in January. But we got to get the vote out. And people are beginning to realize that we can't have somebody be upset about November and say, I'm going to boycott the January election. We'll just hand the keys over to the Democrats. And as we know, once they get it, we may never see it again because Chuck Schumer wants a one-party system. He wants total control.
Right. In fact, he literally, they've pretty much said that. AOC has said that as well. We'll play that for you in just a moment. Continuing the Mike Gallagher Show from Atlanta. We're in Buckhead in the studios of AM 920 The Answer, where we've been broadcasting all this week, making sure that Georgians are ready to vote and will vote for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler to literally save America. You had a very profound line, Senator, where you offered to buy AOC a plane ticket and come down to Georgia and explain the Green New Deal. Here's what this is what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the face of today's Democrat Party, has said about beating Republicans.
We win these races in Georgia so that we don't have to negotiate.
We win so we don't have to negotiate. That's truly how they feel, isn't it, Senator?
They want a one-party system just like they had in 2009 and 10 when they gave us the Obamacare law.
All right, we got a bad connection there, Eric. Let's hang on real quick. Let's try to get that connection back, guys, and see if we can get Senator Perdue back, because we got a little bit of a glitch there on the phone line, and then we will resume. And not only AOC's line, but let's try this one.
Now we take Georgia, and then we change America.
Those are two talking points, Senator Perdue. Chuck Schumer, now we take Georgia, we take America, and AOC, we win so we don't have to negotiate. That is truly how they feel, isn't it?
Well, they have to. They can't get the Green New Deal in a negotiated environment. They want the Green New Deal without compromise, and that's what Chuck Schumer said. He'll stack the court. He'll add new Democratic seats to the Senate. He'll do away with the Electoral College. And once he goes down that road, then they can perpetrate the entire agenda, open borders, defunding the police, cutting the military, Green New Deal, et cetera. We're around Georgia, 125 stops. I'm in the middle of it right now, going to small towns where they haven't seen a U.S. senator in 50 years in some cases. Right. This is our Win Georgia, Save America tour. If people want to help us, go to PerdueSenate.com. God bless you, Mike.
God bless you, Senator. Thanks for taking the time. All the best. We're praying for you. Keep fighting the good fight, sir. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Senator David Perdue joining us here on the Mike Gallagher Show.